Okay, welcome to another BoxLang quick tip. And for today's quick tip, I'm going to be talking about JSON serialization and deserialization. Now, BoxLang obviously supports it like every other language out there. Uh, on screen here, you see an example of the two functions and two member functions, both options you have. So if you want to serialize a set of variables, like in this case, the variable scope, you can use JSON serialize, that's a built-in function, or just take the variable and run to JSON on it. The reverse of that would be JSON deserialize or JSON from JSON. In this case, I have a JSON string, so the from JSON member function would do that. I will run this, although it's pretty much just going to output what you expect. I can see my JSON serialization, and I could also see when I go the other way, I get a result. Again, what you expect. Let's talk about things that are a little bit different. So when you work with queries, and in this case, I have just a hard-coded query, the output is going to have two settings, and it will either be row or column. That's the attribute that you could pass to customize how this works. If we run this, you could see the results. I'll give this a bit more space. The default setting for serializing a query is row, and you can see I have a columns attribute that gives me an ordered list of columns. And then in my data, it's an array of arrays where the items in each array element map to the particular column. If I use the column setting, it's going to be a little bit different. I have a row count, I have a columns array, and then I have a data array that actually has my columns, um, all the values that way. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the output from either of these, but they're there to make it match better with how Cold Fusion used to output queries as well. Luckily, if you don't like this, there's a member function in queries called toArrayOfStructs. And if you JSON serialize that, you get something a little bit nicer. I'll run that real quick, and you see an array of structs that matches what my query had. And so I would almost always recommend this. Now, just to kind of complete the package, you do have a isJSON function. In this case, I first ask if the variable x is JSON. It should be no. And then I convert it to JSON. And so isJSON darn well better say yes. And we see, yep, it did. And lastly, there's also a JSON prettyfy function, which makes the print makes a string just a little bit nicer for printing. So I will run this, and you could see it formatted it a little bit nicer. So again, pretty much what you expect. This is baked in. No need to install a module, and enjoy.